Dear friends, tomorrow night, in the late night, will be the new moon. But this time, here in November this year, no, in October this year, is the time of the new beginning, of the new year beginning in the Celtic tradition. We call it Samhain or Samhain or Samhain. And it is one of the two highest holidays in the Celtic tradition. Spiritually, we believe that in this night, goddess and god make love with each other, and the old god dies after he has fertilized the goddess, and then he is gone. And the new god is growing in the goddess until June, the winter beginning, when he is born and comes out and goes a new life circle. And all the life circles of the god are exactly 1 year. What was in the Celtic tradition very different times. There were there were years with 13 months, there were years with 12 months. It was very different. Samhain is, so tomorrow will be the last day of the old year, and the day after tomorrow will be the first day of the new year. All days starting with the sunset, not with the sunrise as we know it. So it is like the life of us human beings. First we go in the dark, in the circle, and then when we come up, we go in the light, and we go the circle in the light. And the end is again the point to the dark. These are every days and every time, and this is how the people saw it in their times. So in the evening the new year starts, and it means in this time of the year, maybe you have felt it before as well, that the borders between the different worlds are very open. The trolls, kobolds, elves, we call them all together the small people. They are not really small, but we call them the small people. The borders to their worlds are very open. So they can come better into our world, and we can go better into their world. We can visit each other. There are some stories about that, so that in these nights, in the night of Samhain, babies got lost who were sleeping in their beds. And also that children got found in very strange places. Also babies or very young children in the first 3 years of the life. Or that children changed. This changeling or Wechselbalg, how we say in German, happened when a being of the small people loves to come to the human beings, and when a human being loves to go with them. Then they just exchange, and the human being comes into the other world and they stay into our world. Very often these people feel a bit uncomfortable sometimes in our world. Have problems especially with very modern things, electronic or some other modern things. And they have very often lots of feelings, emotions, and many different thinkings. So this is one thing what can happen in this night. This is why in this night the humans try to keep these beings from the other worlds out of their houses. They don't want them to come in. So, for example, they got big pumpkins, made very bad faces in them, and so that these beings had fear to come into the house, and put lights in that it looks really horrible for them. And also there was the belief that these beings are running around, so the children or young people changed dress and were running around and tricking the people and making fun with them. And when the people then thought this is from the small beings, then they showed, no, it's me, trick, 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 and because of that they got some gifts. And this was happening all the time at this time, and these gifts were also for the small people, in the way that when we give them something, they will leave our children here, they will leave us alone, they will give us the time and the way what we want to have. This is one of the things. The other one is, as I said, beginning of the year. And beginning of the time of darkness, of coming to yourself, watching yourself, being with your families, with your friends, sitting on the fire, drinking a hot tea, having a good time together. Not so much an outgoing time. Good, through the preparing of Christmas holidays, what will start soon also. For most of the people this is a very outgoing time. But in the small villages, in the places, everything was prepared for the winter. The goose, what were not supposed to stay over the winter, were killed. So this was a good evening to have a really great meal with the goose, with other small animals, with other meat. Because in the time before they killed a lot of the animals what were not supposed to come over the winter time. It was also the time to check, do we have enough food for the winter? Is there enough? Can we really come over the winter with the food what we have? And when they found out that they couldn't, this is a problem I will talk in one of the next talks about, what happened then. Because some people would have some problems with the story, but it is also the truth of the history and a question of respect. So Samhain, so we have, as we know, the pumpkins, we have all these, how it's called nowadays, Samhain, I forgot what the children play.
Halloween.
Halloween, yes. So, and Halloween, it is a change from the word holy ween. So it comes from holy, and ween was one of the old names for the other worlds where the small people are living. So it was holy ween, and hello, in some ways it says hello to them, in the other ways it sent them back to their place. Don't come too close to our world. There was some fear with that. In the Christian times it was then very strange. So in the Middle Ages people believed children who were not baptized at that time were easy for the small people to get catched. So everybody was working to get a priest in the village that the kids got baptized before that time of Samhain. Now in the sun calendar the date for Samhain is November the 1st. But in the old moon calendar it is the next new moon close to November the 1st. So right now this is in October, it can be also in November. Next year we will have a year with 13 months. And we will have in summer 1 month more. What will give us the time that we come then to sometime about middle or beginning of November when Samhain starts. So these are the changes. The month what's getting more usually comes in summer. It would be good to know a bit more about the Celtic calendar. You can find by yourself information if you search for the calendar of Coligny, what was found in France, the only Celtic calendar what was written down, what was found until now. The information about that is very small, still on the internet, and a lot of information is not very good, but yeah, you can try. Did I forget something? I don't know. Then I will talk about it tomorrow. Thank you for now.